Well, hello, friends. Welcome to an end of the year scrapbook page share. Thought I'd show you the scrapbook pages I've done this year, and then we'll be starting all over for next year. This top one got a little dusty because we were doing construction in the house and just dust everywhere. But this was a double page layout of going to Golf and Gator, which is like a miniature golf course they have some rescue animals, some birds and like gators that are missing legs and things like that. And you can hold baby gators and get your picture. So this I did kind of a mixed media background, and I used Vicky Bouton foundations paper. I highly recommend it. It held up to the water. I understand why she created it. Um, this is all Doodlebug pattern papers. The date placard and the gator I cut out on the silhouette cameo, and look, he had to have wiggle eyes. Had to. So this was a day with our dear friends and two of their grandsons. Look at that little face. I know some people don't like lizards, but I like their faces. I think they're precious. So there's me and one of the boys. There's kind of our whole little group. My friend and my hubs. That was a good day. That was a lot of fun. It was a good afternoon. Now this is, gotta fix that. That popped up. This is a very mixed media page. Um, again, oh no, that's before I bought the Vicky Bouton paper. So that's just a piece of cardstock, because you can tell this is kind of warpy. I had blue cardstock that I sprayed some blue mists on because the color wasn't quite right. And then I did my mixed media on some white. These little cutouts are Dilution stamps. And then a Tim Holtz stencil. Just all kinds of fun things. These are my two little doodle doos, Lucky and Ginger. Look how cute. This was Ginger's first day at home. We got her in July, and we went right to the pet store. So this is the doodles in the back seat. Look how little she was. Ugh, she was so tiny. You should see her now. She's a moose. This is my granddaughter. Look at that baby girl. Her name's Aria, and she's my little Asian baby. She's cute and she's squishy. So this was a scrapbook page I did of her. We went to visit the kids in June to take Austin his car and spend a few days. So little pattern paper. This one I think I did a video of when I was making it. And then we have some more summer. Yeah, this is Flower and Garden Festival at Disney World this year. This was a grid pattern, kind of a sketch I found. I think it's on my Pinterest. You make your little blocks and line them up. So I've got some vellum, stickers, wooden pieces, fabric bow, just all kinds of fun things. And that's me with my orange bird zipper. And this is TikTok Croc. And then here's another page. Is this a 2-pager? Nope. From Flower and Garden Festival. Just some of the flowers and stuff. We actually went and bought one of these because we liked it so much. We need to get her repotted. She's a little grumpy where she's at, but oh, when it flowers, it's gorgeous. A lot of just old stuff I've been using up, punches, and just this die set is from Brutus Monroe. So that's a nice little, that worked out great for this picture. And then here is Bobblehead. And some more of the same stickers and things from the same set. See, same sticker. Use up lots of scraps of papers. Cut this out on the cameo. Cut this out on the cameo. There's my boy. He likes all my flowers. And then here's some more at Flower and Garden. Was this a 2-page? Nope. Pooh Bear. They still weren't doing meet and greets, but we were able to see Pooh Bear and kind of ran into him. He was out in the field frolicking, trying to catch butterflies. So this is all close to my heart, paper and stickers. It was that set that I bought twice. I loved it so much. This is the Tim Holtz crochet trim die, a punch. I think it's Fiskars, Sizzix die, Tim Holtz letter dies. I really like this page. I thought this turned out really well. I think I did this one for a challenge. And then here's my weenie boy, which you may hear him snoring right now. He's an old man. This is not Doodlebug paper. What brand is that? Might be Jelly Bean Soup. Yeah, and that's the back side. Some scraps, washi tape, stickers. This heart I cut on the silhouette. These are just punches, enamel dots and stuff. But look at that face. Ugh, gosh, he's so cute. And here's Bobblehead. Passed out in January because he gets exhausted when he comes here. We do lots of stuff. This one I like a lot. So this is an old picture of all the kiddos when they were little. So that's my oldest, my middle kid, my youngest, and then my niece and nephew. They were all really little. It was before we moved away from Pennsylvania, I think. 2001. No, the year we moved. Yeah. All these flower die cuts are spellbinders. That's a sticker. I cut the pool thing on the silhouette. Doodlebug papers. Doodlebug sticker strip. I like the colors. I really like the way this page turned out. And this picture's from back before we had digital, so that's all I got of it. So this is Charlie. Let's see. We were just hanging out outside that day, pulling weeds and stuff, and he decided he wanted to wipe down the back door. Nice of him. And Tim Holtz dies. I think this is Jane Hadfield paper, old scraps of paper. Got some little itty bitty die cuts and wood pieces. And then I like this page a lot too. So this is our cat, Roscoe. He passed away in 2018, but he was a cool cat. He was actually found, words are hard. He was found abandoned with his litter, and they were frozen into a clump. And Grandma, she, took him in, thawed him out, put him all down in the barn, and he brought him home. He was the fluffiest little kitten. But that's him peeking at me over the couch. This circly thing is a Sizzix die. Silhouette cut out, silhouette cut out, silhouette cut out, kitty cat silhouette cut out. And lots of scraps. Oh, so these are our friends, Ted and Susan, who we adore. This was their 53rd anniversary. And I printed these pictures out and gave them to them too. But just a very simple page because I just don't feel like Ted and Susan need a whole lot of embellishment. They're great how they are. I cut this out on the silhouette. This is a Doodlebug Doodle Pop. All Doodlebug paper. And they're precious. They're some of our favorite people. This is Bobblehead again. This is October 2021. And this is not at a pumpkin patch. There's a little produce place up the road. And they had this there. And we just plopped him down and took his pictures. These are cut out on the silhouette. But I like this file. I bought this file in particular because it reminds me of Doodlebug. It's very Doodlebuggy to me. So I use them a lot in the fall. And then, so Mike and Deb, oh, I got down a little bit, didn't it? They had a house built, and because they started the process when the Rona hit, it took almost a year longer than what it was supposed to. So the day they finally closed, I showed up with flowers and balloons and stuff. So this is their actual first photo in their new home, and I printed this and gave it to them too. And this is the scrapbook page I did. All this stuff was cut on the silhouette. And then these are the leaves are those dilution stamps again. Now I like this page. I'm going to fix this, so hold on, give me a second. A little bent up. So I did some mixed media on some craft cardstock, and this was not super heavy cardstock, so it kind of bent. But I'm trying to think of where we were when we took this picture. Oh, I think this is at the Mexican. There's a Mexican restaurant we like a lot, and we took these pictures there. This may have been Deb's birthday. So just some gesso and ink and stenciling on the background. Scraps of paper. This blue is actually doodlebug paper. Stickers out of a set. Um, this is a cutout off piece of paper. Some little wood pieces. And dewdrops. Lots of dewdrops. I really like this page. Okay, so cows. When Pappy passed away, Graham obviously by herself, she's a little old lady, she wasn't going to handle the farm, so they sold the cows off. And I love those cows, so I went and took pictures with them before they were sold off. And these were 3 pictures from that. This picture, this was funny because this poor cow, he had stuck his head out and was kind of looking at me. We were chatting. And I went to snap his picture, and my phone rang at the same time as the flash went off. And you can see the fear. he was a little scared. Um, this rose here, this is a Tim Holtz Sizzix colorized die. This is the Tim Holtz crochet trim, Tim Holtz washi. And yeah, just cows. Here's another weenie boy. Look at my weenie boy. So this is in our bathroom. I don't know why he's sitting there. I don't remember. But um, again, I used up a lot of scraps. Doodlebug, 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 doodlebug. Did this on the silhouette with a sketch pen. These are thickers. And then when I do hearts, I do tons. Hearts and stars both. I just do tons and I keep them in the die cut stash. So then I can pull them out. And then we've got dewdrops on this page also. I like this. Look at that face. He's got the best little face. Okay, so this is our Charlie dog. She has since passed away, and Sam. This is one of my favorite pictures ever of him. I love that. So this was 2020, and Charlie was a blue heeler mix. She was like 90% blue heeler. We're not sure what the rest was, but she was a little cray cray. So this is doodlebug paper, both this, and this. Tim Holtz crochet. This little weenie dog, Brad. You see that? That's from Eyelet Outlet. And then again, some dewdrops, enamel dots, just all the things. I threw everything at this page. I love that picture of Charlie. You can kind of see the crazy, but she mostly just looks happy. Okay, so here is one of Deb's birthdays. Oh, that fell off. All right, needs a little glue. At that Mexican restaurant that we like. I cut this out on the silhouette. Cut my sombrero out on the silhouette. Just add a little bling. That's it. I'm going to re-glue these while I'm thinking about it. Where's my bear glue? Repairs accomplished. So this was voting in 2020. Pretty self-explanatory, but there's my voting sticker. And this was Pete's birthday in 2020. All fall because we're both fall birthdays. So I think this is jelly bean paper. I'm not 100% certain, but I think so. These are really old Prima leaves, like super old. This I cut out on the silhouette, and then I just added hearts and bling and sequins. Now this page, this title, listen, I love this title. This was Halloween 2020, my butterfly outfit. This was cut on the silhouette. Look at that. Isn't that cool? And then just some random Halloweener paper. Sticker. That's a puffy with some Google eyes. Yeah, Halloween at my house. And then, okay, so this was a 2-pager. Let's get both pages out. So we've got me in my costume, and then our friend Judy, John and Judy came to help pass out candy. And then, oh, look at the sky that night. Look at that. That was a perfect Halloween sky right there. These skeletons are Tim Holtz die that file off the silhouette that reminds me of Doodlebug. I still have this guy. He comes out every year. So yeah, this was a 2-page layout. I've really got to get these into scrapbooks because I can't remember what's what. Okay, so when Steve Jobs passed away, I got to tell you, I was upset. I don't often get worked up about famous people when they die, but Steve Jobs, that hit me. When Prince died, that hit me, stuff like that. I know, like, personality-wise, he was not the best guy, but the things that we have and where we are is, so largely in part due to him. So I had to scrapbook it. I watched the funeral. I bawled and bawled and bawled. I still can't hear that song "Fix You" without choking up because that was in his funeral. I like this picture because I'm actually from Ohio. And then this was a die cut off the silhouette. I liked this paper for this. I thought it was a good fit, and I think that might be Jane Hadfield too, but I'm not 100% certain. But yeah, I just felt like I needed to get my feelings out about that. Okay, so this page, I like this page. This is happy. I took some wood grain pattern paper and just did a little spray on it. This is Tattered Angels Mist, I think. And this is when I got the Cameo 4. I wanted her so badly. So all these things are like the first cuts I made on it. Cut this out, this, the hearts, this heart, this, and then I did this with the sketch pens. So some of my very first cuts from playing with it. And I've got a little bit of Tim Holtz crochet trim back there because I adore it. But you see the little blackbirds, that was the very, very, very first cut. Now her name is Pinky, just so you know. So yeah. And that was before I actually had turned the craft room into a craft room. It was still just a room with all my junk in it. This was when my bobblehead was being birthed. Oh no, where are we stuck? Look at that paper. Isn't that cute? I think that's Doodlebug. So this was all cut on the silhouette. Oh, Doodlebug sticker, silhouette. That's my daughter. That's my son-in-law. That's my hubs. That she wasn't actually screaming. She did that for me for the picture. That one right there. And there's my son-in-law putting her little socks on. This I cut out on the silhouette. Okay, so the onesie. The onesie is important because we call him a rainbow baby because they had a pretty ugly miscarriage before they got pregnant with him. It was painful. So here's when he first came out. Look at him, a little baby. Okay, so my husband, my husband fell asleep because that's what he does. And when he woke up, it was too late for him to leave the room. So he just covered his head and waited it out. So once Charlie was out and the doctor got done stitching her up and she had a blanket over her again, then he finally came out of the blanket. I have a good memory from that. Ah, yes, Snakes on 192. So this, again, is just regular cardstock, so it's a little lumpy bumpy. But I did some mixed media on it. I did a little mixed media on this tag. Let's see. These are all silhouette die cuts. And there's this place on 192 called Reptile World Serpentarium. And every time we go up 192, I'm like, oh, I want to stop there. That's how we go to Disney in Kissimmee, because my son-in-law's family's in Kissimmee. Finally, one day, my husband just pulls in there. I was so excited. So there was rats thawing out for lunch. That's why it says lunch. I got some snaky snakes. Sorry to those of you that don't like snakes, but I happen to like them. And some cool vinyl stickers. They're a little poofy. And that's it. Yeah, this was a simple page, but it was fun because I got to play with some paint and stuff. And then there's Bobblehead's first night home. Look at it. Okay. So this is a single page. So this was his first night home. The kids live in town 2.5 hours from us, but we drove up and we went out to dinner when they came home. I was surprised Kristen was up for it, but she was up for it. And then we spent the night and kept Charlie with us while they got a night's sleep. So this is us with Charlie that night. Look at that. Doodlebug papers. Doodlebug. Silhouette cuts. My son-in-law, my daughter. Look how tiny. Oh, you forget how tiny they were. Because, man, do they grow fast. Okay. So now we got a 2-pager. the bobblehead. Look it. And this little information there. And then just pictures. There's this rainbow baby onesie. Got a little face. I love this picture. So there we go. So I need to fix that. I think I wrote the date that I made this page, and it should have been, oh no, the date he came home. But I think I probably should have put his actual birthday on there. But I need to fix that. I'm going to put that to the side so I remember. Here's a page I like a lot. Hello, Summer. We'll spray on some craft cardstock, spray on some blue cardstock, silhouette die cut, silhouette die cut. All these little banner pieces are old EK Success Punch, silhouette die cut, doodlebug, doodlebug. This was, oh, see, look at the dust. Oh, I could kill my husband for this. I'm going to have to dust them all off before they go in books. This was at our pool, in our backyard, before we got all the furniture and stuff around it. Here we go. So I bought a box of Mickey bars to have at home, and the dogs were stalking me. So this is before Charlie passed away. This is a silhouette cut file. Isn't that cool? Did the circle. The Mickey heads are a punch. Mickey bar. This title I did on the silhouette too. But look at him stalking it. Stalkers. Oh, that's chipboard. Okay. So here is me and Charlie in the car. We bought him when he outgrew his infant seat. This is the seat we bought, and it's a Mickey seat. So, yep, here's me and Bobblehead. There he is snoozing. This is paper, I think, from Joann's probably. Cut that on the silhouette. There's my punches. Enamel dots. We all love enamel dots. And there's some chipboard in here, and I'm not sure why, but I'm going to leave it there. All right, Twisty Treat. So, when we came down to visit the year before we moved down, there was Twisty Treat, and I was so stinking excited. So then we moved here. There's one in our town, and it's like just up the road. So this was our first visit to our Twisty Treat. This is a silhouette cut file. Isn't that cute? And just some kind of random pieces of paper. This border is actually just punched circles, and I just lined them up. So that is our local Twisty Treat. And then last but not least, stuck in there, summer 2019. We moved here in 2018. So this Barrier Island Sanctuary is kind of an educational spot. They've got a nice little walking trail. And it's one of my favorite places. Like this little beach area is not very wide, but the water is beautiful. They haven't screwed with it like they have down at our end, so it's still pretty. Cut this guy out on the silhouette, or no, that's punch. That's EK Success Martha Stewart punch. This is all silhouette cutouts from the bin, the die cut bin. And yeah, this was our first visit there, and I love that place. I love it. I love it. I love it. So there we go. That is the scrapbook pages I have done in the last year or so. I hope you liked them. Like I have my favorites. Like I know this is goofy, but I love this page because I like my ice cream cone. You know. And then the ones I have of Charlie. That's kind of makes me choke up a little bit. Yeah, but I've got bobblehead. This one is actually one of my favorites. I threw everything at it, and I love it. Love it. Love it. So I hope you enjoyed these pages, and I'll see you real soon. Remember, be excellent to each other and go make something. Bye-bye.